Hey guys, it's me, Courtney, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Throwback Thursday. Basically, I wanted to do a video series where I try products that were overly hyped and talked about and loved for such a long period of time, and for whatever reason, we don't hear about it anymore. As creative as I can get with it, we're just gonna call it Throwback Thursday until I can think of something better. Alright, so for the first Throwback Thursday, we are going to be talking about the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. If you guys have any Throwback Thursday suggestions, please go ahead, leave those in the comments below, and let's go ahead and get into the video. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I did get the color 8.75, and I believe it now comes in like 30 to 31 shades, which was updated from their previous shade range, so that's pretty good. It is $64 for 1 ounce. Honestly, for a while, people really talked this foundation up, and I don't know. I guess I've always been curious about it. Like, did I miss a movement? Was there something special about this foundation that I just wasn't getting? That being said, we're gonna try it on today, see what we think. Even though this is sort of like a throwback sort of situation, I am going to treat it as a regular review. And as with all of my foundation reviews, I like to try the products out for a little bit, different powders, concealers, all that jazz, to bring you a well-rounded opinion of said product. So this foundation actually doesn't make any claims to be like 12-hour, 8-hour, 24-hour wear, which is pretty smart for it to do. But on the other hand, it does say that it's supposed to be luminous and natural finish and lightweight, medium coverage. It is slightly runny. It's not really thick at all. So I'm gonna use my ColourPop Kabuki brush, and we're gonna do, I think I'll do this side, why not? This is with no foundation, and this is with foundation with the brush. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's a pretty sheer to light coverage. To me, using it with the brush, it just sucks up so much. So I have like a slight like situation going on right here where it sort of makes any little hair stick up. To me, with the brush, it just feels like it's sort of sitting on the top of my face. This side is Beauty Blender, this side is brush. Before I go back over it completely with the Beauty Blender, I just wanted to show you guys the coverage is better to me with the Beauty Blender than on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back over everything with the Beauty Blender just to smooth it all out. When you initially put it on, it is very luminous. Which in all honesty, that is what it claims to do. It claims to be a lightweight luminous finish. It doesn't necessarily dry down, but it's also not tacky. Like, it's not a sticky tacky kind of feel. It's very soft to the touch, very smooth to the touch. However, it is not transfer resistant, so it still will transfer. So as always, I am going to go ahead and set it. Another thing I did want to tell you guys is I have been suffering from my eczema lately, so there's certain spots on my face and body that basically are a lot drier than usual, and what I will say, this foundation is excellent as far as not making those spots more pronounced. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face, and we will come back and have a chat. Alrighty guys, so this is the look that we are going to go with today. I am filming a few different videos at one time, so this eye look and lip look isn't going to necessarily be at the end of the video, but I'm not changing the foundation or anything like that. At the moment, let's see, it is now 12:29. I'm gonna go ahead, finish filming the videos, go about the rest of my day, and I will come back and let you guys see how the foundation wore today. Alright guys, I am back, and this is what my face is looking like. It is now 7:27. I'm gonna go ahead and round that to about 7:30, so we'll say we've had this foundation on for about 7 hours. My smile lines are definitely there and you can see them, but to me it's not horrible. All right, so let's talk about the pros of this foundation. So if you have dry skin, this foundation is absolutely amazing. I know you probably can't tell right now, but I have a few dry spots on my skin, and that's what makes this foundation so awesome, is that it was able to cover those dry patches without missing a beat. And I think that is just awesome. It looks beautiful when you put it on. I mean, it's a very soft foundation, but did say that it was lightweight, buildable coverage, long lasting, hydrating, glow, and I think it said something like a natural luminous finish. Yes, it would make sense for it to be luminous. It's luminous silk. So as far as it being lightweight, absolutely. Like, every time that I have used this foundation, I have not felt it on my face. It's always been very, very comfortable. Even now with it getting a little bit oily, it doesn't feel oily. As far as it being a buildable coverage, I would say not so much. I think it's about medium, and that's pretty much it. It's definitely not transfer proof, and with every foundation that I've ever tried in my life, the oilier it gets, the more transferring it will do, and this is no different. If you have oily skin, I don't think there's any amount of setting that is not going to make this still dewy by the end of the day. I like to set it lightly because I don't mind like a little bit of shine coming through. However, for oily skin, I just don't see any powder that's going to make this not oily. It's not a good foundation for people with oily skin. Unless if you are a person with oily skin but don't mind the dew and don't mind blotting, then again, it's beautiful. But if you're somebody that is oily and you don't really like the shininess and you prefer matte, this is the farthest thing from a matte foundation you will ever find. When I use a brush, it just isn't great for my skin at all with this foundation. It emphasizes my pores, textures, and it definitely seeps into my fine lines. As far as the oils go, just to be fair, I am gonna take, what did I use? I used the Makeup Forever blotting powder earlier, so I'm gonna use that one again to blot a little bit and see what we're looking like then. And I'm still gonna do it just as light as I did it before, because like I said, I do enjoy the luminosity of this. Like, to me, that still looks really good. My skin feels comfortable even with the powder on top of the oils, and even now I think it looks really, really good. Like, the main con for me is definitely the price tag. This is $64. And to me, personally, I think that it is worth it. I really do like this foundation. Just especially because, like I said, my skin has been going through it. And this foundation this past week has been helping me out. And I really appreciate it. Not that this is the only foundation that I could use for a luminous look and to hide my eczema. That's not necessarily, you know, the case. However, I am really a fan of this. I've been trying out a ton of foundations lately, and in all of the most current ones that I've tried out, i.e. the NYX, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, the Maybelline Stick Foundation, I've tried out the Makeup Revolution foundation. In all of the foundations that I've tried in the past month, I'll say, this has been my favorite. One other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is, in order for me to get a full face, I do have to use 4 pumps, which is a lot more than a lot of my full coverage foundations. It's a lot more than my other foundations. So that's another con in that situation, because if I'm gonna be paying more for it, I shouldn't have to use more of it. So that to me is a little bit iffy, but if I'm being 100% honest, when I run out of this, I will be buying more of it. For the Throwback Thursday, Luminous Silk Foundation, was it all hype? No, this foundation is freaking awesome. Alright guys, that about does it for me and Throwback Thursday. Hopefully this video was helpful, fun to watch, all that good stuff. If so, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.